What is up, guys and gals? It's me, Thomas Fan01 here, and today we are back again with another Transformer figure review, and today we are taking a look at something I honestly found as a quite literal shock, as I went into my local Target today, because they usually don't have everything that I want, or a lot of things that I want, but sometimes they have just what I need. And today, they had something that was on sale, 30% off. They had the Transformers Legacy United Voyager class. Yeah, it's a Voyager class. I know, kind of a shock. Voyager class Origins Wheeljack. Now, this was a figure I was a little reluctant to pick up at first, and I will say reluctant because I'm gonna be straightforward with y'all here. I'm not the biggest fan of this figure. Like, when they first announced it, I still was not, like, sold on the idea of this figure. When they first showed the first product images, they were showing off all just nah. I'm not the biggest fan of these chunky legs. I am not the biggest fan of the backpack. I am not the biggest fan of what they do with the windscreen. I am not the biggest fan of half of the things that they do with this figure. But is it true to the G1 episode? Yes, it is. Another massive thing that I wasn't a big fan of in the artwork here was this. He got no biceps. He got nothing. But I will say I was a little bit more impressed when I got the figure in hand. But I'm going to say I was more disappointed with it than I was impressed. So, I'm going to remove the packaging off the side here now. And we're going to take a look at this guy. Oh yeah, we're going to take a look at this guy. Now, this guy is based off of the Generation 1 episode More Than Meets the Eye Part 1, where he basically, spoiler alert, well, it's been 40 years since the first episode came out. If y'all haven't seen it by now, literally you can go watch the first 4 episodes for free on YouTube. Go check it out. It's for free. Go do it now. So, but basically, this is based on his, appearance in that episode where he turns into his Cybertronian hover mode, I guess. And I don't exactly know what to call this, but I suppose it's a hover ambulance or a hover craft or a hover science mobile thing. I don't know. I really don't know. I couldn't tell you. You'd have to literally, I don't know. So, anywho, we're not going to get into scale comparisons because there's a couple of accessories that come loose in the packaging that you're supposed to attach on him in this mode right here. So we shall attach them now. So the first 2 attachments that he comes with are these 2 little gear speaker drill. I don't know what these are. Someone please tell me what these are in the comments below. They really are just, I don't know what they are, but basically, to attach them, you just take them and you plug them onto the front of the vehicle like that. And that's the first accessory there, like so. And the second accessory, you actually have to disassemble this before you get it. Like this. So this is the windscreen, and it comes pre-packaged. And I will show you how to do this because it's very simple. It comes pre-packaged with all the pieces straight up like this. Not like this with this piece angled out, but all the pieces straight like this. So in order to fix and remedy that, you want to basically just take it and pop all of them on like that. So, and then you're going to angle them, and there are tab pieces right here that are going to go into these little slots right there on these sides. So you're going to take them, and you're just going to line them up, tab them on both sides, like so, and there you have the screen, like that. And one final accessory you get is his shoulder cannon, because he didn't come with his shoulder cannon with the original Earthrise / Kingdom version. So there you go. I'm very pleased with how some of these accessories look on him. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna remove this, remove the screen. Just remove this all off to the side. And we're going to pop these off because we got one more feature to show. We got actually 2 more features to show off on this guy. Oh, and real quick, the gun and these pieces here, this is not effects parts compatible, but the gun is. So you can take your blast effects here, like I do with this kit, with this right now, and you can just do that. So there you go. So there's that. Now, one thing that you can do, if you have your Origins Bumblebee, and we have two things we need to show off with that specific figure. If you have the energy conductors like this, and they do mention that in the episode, you'll notice that there are these grooves here on the side of him, and you're supposed to just take these energy conductors, and you're supposed to shove these onto the side of him, like so. And my energy conductors are yellowing. You can clearly tell which ones are not, but you can clearly tell which ones are. So just shove those on there. It's very hard to tell which way you're going to get them all on just properly. Sometimes they'll stay, sometimes they won't. Sometimes they'll just play coy with you. Sometimes they'll just... There. I think that's how that's supposed to look. Something close to that. So, yeah. That's one feature that you're supposed to do with this thing. But there is one feature that they did show off on the back of said packaging, and we did show it off on the back of the packaging, that we're going to show off now. And you do need your Origins Bumblebee for this, and which does require this having some pre-surgery done, and this guy having some pre-surgery done. So we'll do this guy first, and then we'll do this guy. So I'll move him off to the side first, and we'll go with this guy. So with Bumblebee, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take this, you're going to want to untab this panel here, bring it up, and just bring this whole hinge section up, and just rotate this whole panel up, and bring this panel down. Do the same thing on the other side, bring this, hinge it all the way up, rotate it, and bring this back down. Make sure both of these panels are like this. I'll bring this off to the side. And then now we can work on Wheeljack. And to work on Wheeljack, you want to pop the top of his back piece here. You want to bring the back section of this down. And I find it easier. The instructions tell you don't do this, but I do. I find it easier to take these panels and just bring them out to the side like so. And then you're going to take your Bumblebee, and this front piece section here with these hooks, there's a little section at the front there that these are going to kind of slide over, and it's a little difficult to show off on camera, but you're going to basically just kind of shove that forward, and then you're going to close this whole thing back up like so. And then this whole thing kind of collapses all of that and just makes everything just tab together just like that. And there you have... Hold on. We're not quite done yet. We're not done. We gotta replicate the scene here. Maybe not all the way, but we gotta replicate the scene pretty closely. So there you go. There's your Wheeljack with Bumblebee inside having that scene, you know. So anywho, now that we've taken a look at all of that, and we've taken a look at all of the features, now we can get into... This is the one thing I don't like about this screen. It's very difficult to get off. So, anywho, now we can take a look at him with some scale comparisons once we remove Bumblebee. So, I'm going to remove him. And to remove him, you're going to just kind of lift up and just slide out. It's kind of weird to do, but it's doable. So, going to bring these panels back up to the side, and this is seriously how you just want to bring him back to vehicle mode after you've exited Bumblebee. It's pretty much just how you had it before. You just want to make sure that everything just tabs together perfectly fine. So there you have that. Now for scale comparisons, here we have him in scale comparison with Studio Series 86 Prowl. And to be honest, I truly think this guy should have been Studio Series 86. I truly think the Origins character should have been Studio Series 86, but that's just me. Here's with Studio Series 86 Ironhide. Here's with Studio Series 86 Jazz. Let me just scooch him off to the side. Here he is with Earthrise Voyager Prime. Or, not Voyager, Leader Prime, excuse me. He just feels like a Voyager. And finally, here he is next to Earthrise Deluxe Wheeljack, and we will be taking a close look at these two when we get him in robot mode. And trust me, it's a power trip seeing these two side by side when they're both roughly the same size. So, anywho, remove him off the side. And now we can get on into the not scale comparisons. Blech. Almost flubbed my own lines there. Now we can get on into robot mode. Yes, now we can get into robot mode. Now to get him into robot mode, it's quite a journey, shall I say. So, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to come to the back section and you're just going to kind of bring it all the way up to the front. You're not going to tab this all the way in just yet. You're going to just bring it up to the front. You're going to come to this panel here. You're going to undo it. You're going to just bring it all the way back. There's a tab section here that's going to tab right on into the window piece here. I'm just going to bring that on in like that. Then you're going to bring this bottom section down after you've done the same thing on the other side. Bring this around like so. Take these panels, flay them out just to get them out of the way for now. Come to the bottom of the figure, undo the windshield from the feet, or what will become the feet, and we're going to leave that alone for now. You're going to come to the bottom section of this. You're going to split it. You're going to take this bottom panel here. You're going to flip this in. There's once again another tab panel connection here. You're then going to take that. You're going to push this all the way in like so. And then you're going to just angle it in like so for now. You just want to angle it in. You don't want to close it all the way up. You're just angling it in. Then you're going to bring this back up. Going to bring this panel, close it up with that tab. Close this back up, angle this down, then you're going to come to these panels here, bring these all the way around like so, once again, all the way around, and then you're going to come to the bottom here, flip out the feet, they are on a hinge and a ball joint like so, and then you can bring these panels, untab them from the top like so, and then you're going to bring this panel down like so. And then you're going to bring this one up like this. Oh, well, firstly, let's close this whole thing up. You're going to close this one up, and then you're going to close this, and these are just going to tab together. Close this up, tab piece right here. Just close that up like that. Close that up. Then you're going to take this, close that up, and then this is going to just close right on over this here, where there is, once again, another tab and another slot right there. It's just going to cover everything. And then you have a singular, oh wait, hold on. Because it's angled, you're going to kind of click it into place. And you're going to then click the knee into place. Well, the knee is kind of on a hinge joint, so you're going to want to make sure everything is just hinged properly. Because this does not want, sometimes this piece does not want to stay properly in. And I have seen some horror stories of this whole hinge piece just falling off and breaking. And I do not want that to happen to my my Wheeljack. So hold on here. Sorry about that, folks. Let's get this tag pegged back in. It's a very awkward figure. It's one of those figures that's just awkward to maneuver. There we go. And then once that's, once again, all tabbed back in, straightened out, there we go. Bring this. Then you're going to bring the chest section up just to kind of get everything out of the way. There we go. Rotate the foot. Make sure everything on the back pieces is rotated. Make sure the feet are rotated beforehand. And then clip that in. Make sure the knee is done correct. Panel this down. Close this up. Tab that in. And once again, tab this back in. And there we go. We're on the home stretch. Now, going to rotate, or going to bring this chest section up just a smidge. Going to rotate the waist. And then make sure that the chest section is still down. Going to come to the arms. And you're going to kind of just bring them around, rotate them, and just kind of bring them around, rotate, bend, rotate again, and then going to flip out the hand and rotate it, close up the panel, close up the chest, rotate the head before finish it all out. I want to tab this back section of the head. There's a tab section on the back of the head here. Tab goes into the back section there, and sometimes it just does not want to tab in properly. So shut that down, bring this down, and there you go. There you have an arm done. Are you guys annoyed yet? Because I definitely am. Come back to the arm. Fold out the hand, rotate the fist, close up the panel, rotate the arm, bring the arm down, bend it at the elbow, close this all up, tab this backpack section in, and then because it's on a double hinge, you're going to double hinge it up. But before you do, there are these two little wing pieces you're going to angle up like so, like that. Then hinge this all the way back, and then tab this all the way up. And there you go. And then we're going to straighten it all back out. And then, hold on here. We got to give him... I'm glad they gave him a port for the shoulder cannon here. Give him the shoulder cannon. And then... take this piece here. And there's these two tabs on the back here. You're supposed to take them and just line this whole piece up and just tab this all together. And there you go. There you have Origin's Wheeljack in his robot mode. And honestly, I hate it. Yeah, my fingers may get blisters from that tomorrow. This is honestly, this is one of Hasbro's. Hey, we're gonna sell this to all of the G1 like simps out there who we just know are gonna buy this. We know they're gonna buy this. We only know they're gonna buy this because, well, it's Wheeljack. And it's in his origin form. And we know that this is how this is going to roll. And they're going to buy it. We're going to make tons of money off of it. And we're going to sell it in Legacy United. We're going to sell it at Target. Make it exclusive. Oh, to which, by the way, Hasbro, I want to make note on this here. Real quick. To Hasbro, what the fuck is wrong with you? There is no indication on this packaging that it is a Target exclusive. Come on. Like, seriously, you couldn't have put, like, a only at Target, like, maybe right down here, or maybe right here, or right here. Something to indicate that this is a Target exclusive. To tell us this is a Target exclusive. To tell collectors, or future buyers, maybe even, that, hey, this is a Target exclusive. Because now, what people are going to have to do is they're going to have to know that this is a Target exclusive before they even purchase this. So, once again, thanks to you, Hasbro. Back to the review. Sorry for the rant. Anywho, so with all of the accessories and everything being, you can totally give him all of the accessories that you gave him in vehicle mode, minus a couple of the vehicle mode accessories. Not all of them, but most of them you can give him. You can give him the energy conductors. Give me just a second here. We are going to give him the energy conductors here. This is going to take flippin' ever to do all of this properly, but we're going to do it. Alright, so there's that. There's that. Oh. We had two of them fly off. There we go. There you have him with those energy conductors. And I suppose now we can give him... Suppose we could give him blast effect here. Yeah, there you go. Honestly, this is the definition of the most kibbleiest figure I think I've ever played with in my life. So now we're going to remove all of this garbage on top of him, including this terrible, terrible shield here. And we're going to take a look at him just as he is here, as he currently stands. So, as he currently stands, if they were to have just released this figure with the gun and these two little pieces here, I would not have minded. I would not have minded the problem, I would not have minded the problem that sits before me. So, let's get into scale comparison before I completely lose my mind over this figure. So, here he is next to Studio Series 86 Prowl. Here he is next to Studio Series 86 Hole in My Chest. Literally. Here he is next to Studio Series 86 Jazz. With knees that just don't withstand the weight of the figure. No, I am not going to get the 5-pack. Here he is next to Earthrise Leader Prime. And honestly, the way that these two look together, I can't believe that they made this guy a Voyager. I just can't. And finally, here he is next to the only scale comparison that matters. Here he is next to Deluxe Earthrise Wheeljack. And if I have to take a look at these guys, like a side-by-side comparison, I think Earthrise Wheeljack is a hair taller. Yeah. So, Hasbro, what do you got to say about that? I'm seriously disappointed in you guys now. When your deluxe classes that you guys are advertising that we are seriously advertising is getting smaller, but they're also getting bigger than your damn Voyagers. Hasbro, this is a new low. A very, very, very new low for you. I am not the biggest fan of this figure. I'm not the biggest fan of it at all. Now, does that mean it's going to get a good score? Yes, that does mean it's going to get a good score. Now, because you guys have been hearing me rant and rave about this thing, you haven't heard me talk about its good points. Now, I do like the fact that they did make this thing a Voyager, because if you're going to make it a Voyager, if you're going to make a character like Wheeljack in a form like that, you're going to need to make him a Voyager. With all of the things that you want to make him do, you know, with the shield and the carrying of the bumblebee and, you know, and the carrying of the energy capacitors and everything of that thing, and all of that, I can accept that you guys literally made this thing just for a gimmick. I can accept that. So if I was to rank this thing as a gimmick, you guys totally knocked it out of the park. You guys nailed it. 10 out of 10. Totally nailed it. 10 out of 10 for a gimmick. As for a figure, the transformation was pure hell. The figure that came out after it, there's hardly much of a bicep here. I mean, like, seriously, look at that clearance there. There's not much clearance between that. It's just that you can clearly hear it. I can hear that scraping away in there, and I don't like that. But, like, when you look at it like this, it looks good. But when you bend his elbow more than 90 degrees, there goes the bicep. It's gone. It's bye-bye. So, that I don't like. If I have to go on to the next nitpick I'm going on with here, the backpack. Seriously? You guys couldn't have engineered this to maybe fold into the body or hollowed out the body a little bit more and maybe fold this in just a hair bit more? I don't know. I'm just thinking and shooting out ideas, but the thing that's killing me the most about this figure are these thick, chunky calves. What were y'all thinking here? Like, I honestly, truth be told, with the gimmicks that you guys tried to give us and everything of the nature, I can slightly give it a pass, but this is not what I was expecting for a mainline figure. If you're... Okay, let me be very clear here. Let's go back to the packaging real quick. And this is, once again, a small nitpick. 8+. This figure's not meant for anybody 8 years or older. Anybody 8 years old anybody who's 8 years old is going to get annoyed with this fast. They're not going to enjoy it. They're going to hate it. So, if I'm going to rank this figure as a figure just as is, that you're going to send off to market, be my figure to sit on my mantle, it sits at a 5. A 5 because, well, while yes, the transformation was pure hell, at the very least the transformation was fluent enough to give us a decent enough leg. While yes, the transformation was pure hell, at the very least I can agree with the fact that we do have some form of arms and some form of legs. I can't agree with this backpack. The backpack is the big chunk here. The bicep, that loses a point. The chunky calves, that loses a point. Seriously. Hasbro, I feel you could have done better. Honestly, real quick question, just a quick one here. Why didn't you make this a leader class? Just a thought. Okay? Not trying to be mean. You could have seriously kept... Hell, if you had seriously done it... if you had done this in a leader class and had it this size, I still think it would be worth it. I still think it would have been worth the buy. So, just throwing it out there. But, anywho, this is Thomas Phantom 1 saying, do not forget to check out my other Transformers figure reviews, where you can check that link out down in the description below. And do not forget to check out my other... or not my other reviews. Do not forget to hit that like button. And do not forget to hit subscribe down below. And do not forget to leave a comment about what other Transformer figure you want to see me do next within a reasonable budget. Please. And do not forget to check out Planet Toys, a world built by collectors, where if you do check out with them now, you can get yourself a 10% off on your first purchase. I know, first purchase. But, anywho, this is Thomas Phantom 1 saying, once again, do not forget to check out Optination Reviews, Beastman Reviews, Riveted Reviews, Jordy's Rail Videos, Patrick with the Y, iStar552, Bravely GG, and Take Along Productions, as I know they all do some amazing work and have done so in the past. So, this is Thomas Phantom 1 saying, once again, do not forget to keep playing with your toys. Don't forget it. Goodbye.